Seems the teleporter was still functional. Wherever this is, we're here. The visibility is quite good, and I feel incredible. Why do I feel this good? What is this place? Where are we? No way, this is it, we're here. This is the moon. Leela, wake up and look outside. Heck is that blue thing? That's where we came from. That's the Earth, Leela. I used to look up at it and dream. I never knew our world was so beautiful. I wish Kai could have seen this. Oh no, that's right, Kai. We have to hurry back and help him. We can't. Too bad. Sarissa, I'm going to say this bluntly. You saw how many hostiles were there. We were surrounded. It's too late. Kai wouldn't have wanted you to go back for him. I won't let you... Sarissa, you have to remember, we came to the moon with a purpose. We have to stop the robot invasion. What were Kai's last words to us? Go on without him and save everyone living on the surface. How can you ignore that? I know, but I can't. You remember the story of the young hunter and the celestial pillar? The one Kai told us? Yeah, but what's that got to do with anything? That was Kai's story. He's the young hunter. All that happened to him not so long ago. I never would have guessed. He was the only one of his friends to live long enough to reach Darren City. That's why he didn't tell the rest. He must have been racked with the guilt for years, knowing that his hubris cost his friends their lives. So naturally, the solution to that was to get himself killed. It's reasonable, right? So he decided that this time, no matter the cost, he would protect his team. He's been watching over you two the entire time, a little bit detached, ready to give up everything for you. I'm sure there was no hesitation in his mind when the moment came. You're probably right, but that's a little disconcerting. He told us not to move from the teleporter. Do you think he knew? I do. That is just my intuition, but yes, I think he knew it was time. On the other hand, if a cast was able to pick up on it, it should have been even more obvious to a Newman. Can you understand why he did it? Is what Ogi is saying true? Did Kai give up his life for us? Try to be strong, Sarissa. There will be time for mourning later. The one thing I do know is that he didn't do it to hurt us. He trusted that we would get this job done. Now, all that's left is to keep moving. It's the only way to do right by him now. You're right. I know you're right. Let's go. Thank you. You know this place. We will need your help. Footsteps. I'm sure they're friendly. Someone is coming. No, several people. You're as persistent as roaches, and we definitely know what those are despite living on the moon. And every bit as unwelcome. Captain Reeve! Wasn't there another one of you? A loud-mouthed human male, as I recall? Judging from your response, I doubt you're merely working separately. Give up the ghost, didn't he? Kai's not dead. He can't be dead. What an odd response. Then you lost him amid a scuffle so above your skill you couldn't even confirm his death? I do recall hearing that the Celestial Pillar had become something of a nest for various unfriendly creatures. That's why we abandoned 8 years ago. Ah, I see now. You made it through by using him as a decoy. And I fail to see how that changes the fact that you sat idly by as he died. Not that I blame you, of course. It's more than a noble use of the life of a worthless human. Clever of you. You had a tool at your disposal and you used it. Nothing to feel bad about. Dude knows something about tools. Hey, Kai Mega! You didn't miss too much of the giant info dump. We're still at the start. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of talking from here in. So settle in. See if my voice can get through it. Enough. I have little patience for one who will speak ill of a good man he knows nothing about. Nor I for a mouthy mechanical doll. And besides, you're in no position to make demands. One word from me and your pathetic lives are at an end. Now, cast aside your weapons. Show the first signs of resistance and you'll be executed. This looks bad. We're cut off and they have us outnumbered. What do you think? Sounds like a strategic surrender to me. You can't mean that! After Kai's sacrifice, we can't! Okay, I'm ready when you are. Let's show them what roaches can do. Truly, that's your response? And so be it. Men, take aim. We're history if we stay bunched up. Spread out on my signal. Whoever survives this heads out to see Mother Trinity. Agreed? Agreed. Then here we go. Steady now. Fire! Scatter! Huh? What's going on? Over here! Hurry! This way! Who are you? I'll explain later. If the smoke clears, they'll need a mop to clean us up. Now hurry! What happened? What of the captives? Did you finish them off? What is this place? It's our base of operations. Come on, we can talk in here.
Hello, my name is Anna. I'm the leader of the Resistance.
Wow, a real living, moving cast. Amazing. I'm flattered, miss. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's just that you're the first one I've ever seen, and... sorry. Let's try this again. My name's Anna, and I head up the Resistance here. Welcome to the moon. Sorry about the unfriendly welcome you got back there. I wouldn't have had it that way, obviously. Well, first, I should say thank you for saving us. Without your help, we may very well have been finished. My name is Ogi, this is Leela, and that is Sarissa. Look at the levels, this is... Nudge that down just a little bit there, okay. Feels strange to say that to a person who just saved my life. So who are you guys? I've never heard of any resistance movements on here before. Of course you haven't. Most Newmans are soldiers in Mother Trinity's private army. She's got total control of the entire moon base. Keeping hidden is one of our big priorities. It has to be. I don't understand. Sarissa said that all Newmans are taught to revere Mother Trinity as a sort of divine being. What drove you to rise up against that? Oh, where do I begin? Let's put it this way. Did you know that we Newmans were created from humans? What? Is that true? It is if you played Phantasy Star 2. Yup. Although I don't think even Mother Trinity's personal guards knows that. Some joke, huh? We're taught to think that humans are our inferiors, but really they're our ancestors. From the records I read, Newmans were born from genetic alterations made to the human genome. Genome? I'm not familiar with that term. And what records were these? Turn down my monitor a little. I'm not even sure what a genome is exactly, but it's talked about in the pages of this book I've found here. They state pretty clearly that the Newman race came from humans. As for why I rebelled, I guess I just always thought there was something fishy about the world around me. I couldn't understand why everyone just blindly followed Mother Trinity's orders. It seemed crazy to me. Okay, fun fact. At the beginning of the game, when you choose your character, if you choose to play as a Newman, then at this point, it is revealed that you were secretly a member of the Resistance who had infiltrated the army. And then, when you landed on Earth, you hit your head and forgot all of that because this is still an RPG, so of course you got amnesia. I guess I was just born a skeptic. I've always been contrary. Just ask my parents. Maybe that's the human in me. I guess I just inherited a bit more of it than most Newmans. I see. Well, that matches other data, and may explain the obvious physiological discrepancies with other Newmans. You could just say physical. Obvious physiological what? Wait a... Ogie, just what are you looking at? Her torso. Mm-hmm. Ah. My apologies if that was offensive. I thought I was merely stating the obvious. Sorry, Ogie. But what you did was just now was a beat-worthy offense. Now you know for next time. Indeed. Ignorant though I was, I apologize for disrespect. In the future, I will endeavor to maintain eye contact and offer concrete numerical data on the huge gap in... I'm sorry. Please go on. Right. So I dropped out of Mother Trinity's little education program and started walking around with my eyes open. Education program? We had the folly of humans and the greatness of Mother Trinity drilled into us above all else. Which explains how people like Reeve came to blindly worship her. I'm still amazed you made it this far. I always heard they threw kids who ditched classes into some scary facility. Yeah, by that point I was already spending most of my time in off-limits areas. There was no one there to find me. That's where I found it. A book. The Diary of a Moon Colonist from 2 centuries ago. Reading that, I learned about what happened back then, and about what Mother Trinity did. Oh? Sarissa, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were taught that the surface was destroyed by human excess, right? That in their lust for power they waged larger and larger wars until the world around them was in tatters. Yeah, that sums it up. We learned that human hubris was the cause of everything bad that happened. Well, that's all a lie. According to what was written in that journal, a major war did take place 200 years ago, but it was between the 3 races and Mother Trinity. Oh. You don't look too surprised. I'd begun to wonder if that wasn't the case. What I can't fathom is why. What caused the war? Who or what is Mother Trinity, and how did the war end? One at a time, please. First off, I don't know the cause of the war either. The journal I found was falling apart, and the first half was illegible. Second, who or what Mother Trinity is? I'm fuzzy on the details, but I have a general idea. I believe she's an organic computer, not unlike you casts. Your grounds being? Well, she's over 200 years old at this point. It's a pretty tall order for either a human or Newman. I also read that she controlled an army of mechanized drones in the war. Given that, it's only natural to think she might be mechanical herself, isn't it? Oh hey, you could join the paranormal cops, lady. That's some assumptions. It would seem to make sense. Now, I'm not keen on belonging to the same category as mankind's destroyer, but it does appear the most likely possibility. So, the war's end? From the get-go, Mother Trinity had the advantage. Mankind was still reeling from the surface start of hostiles. The sudden start of hostilities. I was thinking hostiles that... doesn't matter. The people rallied, though, and their strength together was enough to push Mother Trinity's forces back. They eventually backed her into a corner at the Celestial Pillar. I'm going to be stuttering a lot more as this goes along, just fair warning. She managed to escape to the moon there, though, and used several forbidden weapons in the process. First, a biological weapon. Basically a plague that devastated any and all organisms living on the surface. So this is the pollution. Way back when I first started streaming this, I said they were eventually going to forget the whole pollution subplot, and I was mistaken. Because they do actually tie up that loose end here. It was apparently especially effective against us Newmans. Wait. Then the real reason there are no Newmans living on the surface today is... because they were wiped out through biological warfare. Yeah, I believe so. Some humans survived. None of us. And she didn't stop there. She couldn't. Castes aren't susceptible to germ warfare, after all. So she attacked them with photon noise. Photon noise? What is... No. That term is familiar somehow. I feel as though I've heard it somewhere before. Maybe you recall traces of your memory from before the Great Blank. Photon noise was tailor-made to be a weapon against the caste race. I don't know the details, but prolonged exposure caused a degenerative condition leading to complete stasis. Ah yes, I remember now. It was a form of particulate interference that eroded away at mechanical circuitry. That explains why countless castes fell into stasis, and why those who have awoken suffered memory loss. That's right. And that's how most of mankind was obliterated, more or less. There were cities on the moon then, too, but against Mother Trinity they stood no chance, and they were all wiped out. Then, to finish the job off, she staged an assault on the surface from the lunar base with the Photon Eraser. You know, for when you get those really big photon mistakes. It was a weapon of terrifying force. It rubbed away any traces of civilization from the face of the Earth. The war ended in her victory, with the surface no longer a viable place for the few human people who survived. And the diary ends there. How terrible! Can you be certain of its truth? The keeper of the diary could have been lying, or the book could have been fiction. And the fact that this many people have rallied behind the resistance movement serves as all the proof I need. That's shaky proof, lady. And the facts line up too cleanly. I'm sure Mother Trinity got rid of any obvious evidence of the truth. So we went hunting for hidden truths. The threads we pulled and found and pulled away confirmed our theory. Okay, so they have additional evidence that they're just not going to show us. Unfortunately, poking around has also made Mother Trinity aware of our existence. I see. Please continue. With that said, even we don't know a lot about the history of the period that followed. The Newmans were supposed to have gone extinct, but suddenly we're living on the moon. Surface civilization survived. The mysteries just keep piling up, but at the heart of all of them, it always comes back around to Mother Trinity. I knew there was something there, something awful, so I started the resistance movement. I'm not out to avenge my ancestors or go on any crusades, but I can't worship a genocidal robot as a god. Especially not with her continuing that campaign of killing on the surface. We Newmans could be next. So you saved us in the hopes that we would join in the fight to stop her. It's kind of already our goal, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. The 3 races working together succeeded in backing her into a corner once before. Between the people living on the surface and us on the moon, we could probably do it again. Unfortunately, cornering her isn't enough. She still has enough power to totally wipe out the Earth. As long as that threat exists, we don't stand a chance against her. You mean the photon eraser? Yeah, she has the capability to reduce anything and everything around her to dust. For some reason, she hasn't chosen to use it yet, but if threatened, she won't hesitate to press the button. Any plan we could mount against her begins with disabling that weapon. Or disposing of it, that would be my plan. And do you have a plan? Think about it. The photon eraser is supposed to be powerful enough to burn the surface to ash. That must eat up a whole lot of energy. So we started from there. Our search for a source turned up an old reactor, once used to fuel the lunar colony. A neutrino furnace. That has to be the source she's using to power the photon eraser. So if we cut off that source, we take her most dangerous arsenal away from her, starting with the photon eraser. We know the furnace is somewhere here on the moon, but we don't know where exactly. Understandable. Mother Trinity must have realized this represents a weakness. The furnace was originally used by the people who lived here. That much we know of as a fact. Given that, some record of its location has got to still exist. It must be accessible, and it has to be destructible. That's where I'd really like to ask for your help. Sorry, Anna, but I don't think I follow. Could you elaborate? Oh, of course. We've been sneaking around the moon investigating things behind Mother Trinity's back for a long time now. In the ruins of one facility we believe Mother Trinity herself destroyed, we found something. A cast body. Probably one of the colonists living here on the moon. The head was completely destroyed and all function had ceased, but the body is still mostly intact. Oh, that's convenient. Hoagie, I've heard casts store memories in their bodies as well as their heads. Is that true? Now I see what you mean. It's true that a cast from the moon would probably know his way around. One might even know where the neutrino furnace is. Exactly. But we had no way of getting that information out of the cast's body. And there aren't any living casts here on the moon either, so in the end, the breakthrough came from Mother herself. The casts are awakening from stasis. Investigate immediately were her orders. Word about a landing party came soon after. We figured that was our chance. If we could make contact with a cast, we could get at that information. We slipped one of our ranks into the landing team with the sole aim of bringing a cast here to the moon. It should be possible to access that cast sub-memory by interfacing with this body. Most of the memory I inherited on the way to the surface, most of the memory I inherited that way on the surface has been corrupted by photon noise, though, irreparably. Won't that be the case here as well? Not if our theory of Mother Trinity being an organic computer is right. If she tried that up here, she'd risk contaminating herself. Of course. So that explains why my vision and physical condition have been so extraordinary up here. Alright, I understand the plan. I agree that it's worth a try. Where do I find that cast body? I can take you there right now. But wait, Anna, you can't. You're the leader here, aren't you? If something happened to you, who'd run all this? I guess I don't have an answer to that. We're not headed into a showdown quite yet. If you simply tell us where to go, we can do the rest for ourselves. You sure? Well, that makes things easier for me, but I'd hate to abandon you. I'm with Ogie. Compared to getting to the moon, this'll be a hop and a skip. Oh, alright, thank you. I'll leave everything in your hands, but please, take this. What is it? They used to use these up here back in the day. Waco tacos, I think they called them. They were delicious. I'm sorry to put this all on you, especially since we just met, but our hopes rest with you three now. Just leave it to us. So that was a half hour of exposition. And there is no other plot point, there's no other dialogue scene in the rest of the game that will take up that amount of time. But that covers pretty much all the important details, everything you needed to know. We're getting close now. There are robot sentinels up ahead, so be careful. Understood. Okay, I'll leave you here. Good luck. Specific resistances. Creatures have resistances and weaknesses to specific types of techniques. Exploit them. Not... Now, of course, I'm going to talk about the graphics in a second. One thing about this part, we can fly back down to the surface. They make it seem like this is not an option, but it totally is. So... Before I do anything else, I'm going to pop in here for a second. We're going to grab 86. I'm going to grab 15 photon drops, which Testy McTesterson has been graciously providing us with. And we're going to come back over here to the pink lady in the sewers. And we're going to buy 3 skate dolls. And a die grinder. And there we go. Okay. Still moonstruck. Actually, we can secretly, we can, in theory, go back down to the surface, but we are on the moon base now, or the moon city, or the moon whatever. We just got through 30 minutes of exposition. Basically, the long and short of it is that Mother Trinity is, actually an organic computer. And this area here is one of the best looking areas in the game. And honestly, like, just one of the best looking environments on the DS as far as I'm concerned. This place just looks so cool. They got those nice reflective surfaces, and they got the... even just like the walls that stretch up past where you can see them. Considering how much of the game up to this point has been post-apocalyptic, like, this is just a really nice area. So these little guys aren't too dangerous on their own. We'll see some later on that operate in formations, and they're a little tougher. These guys... Of course, the fact that they have ranged attacks and move around a lot makes them kind of tough. There's a lot of annoying areas in this, or annoying enemies in this area. Does it make up for the fact that the area is so dang good looking? Just deal with this turret. Yeah, I suspect it's not actually a reflection. There's some trickery going on to make that happen. If you notice, our characters don't have reflections either. Because we're actually vampires. This was probably the thing. No. I have some boxes over here. Yeah, they probably did something like that. And then you get these other areas with these nice fountains. You come over here and you see if we walk up to the edge of this, there's these... Instead of the super tall areas, we got these things that stretch downwards past where you can see. Oh, we finally got the skater bots. Get ready to say see you later, bot. Because I don't like these guys, they're not good enough for me. So these guys are a big pain, because their whole thing is that they're extremely mobile and they love circle strafing around you while hitting you with ranged attacks. And, well, this guy's just kind of standing there, so that kind of disproves my theory, but... Got another die grinder. So anyway, so that one skater bot kind of went down nice and easy, but usually the trick to those is you sort of hug the walls, and then they try to circle strafe around you and get stuck. Because they're annoying, but they're not actually smart. So, also my health is quite low here. Use some healing technique. Okay, now these guys are in formation. They're quite dangerous like this, because they will focus on one person and everyone will hit them at once. The trick, there's this sort of orangey looking guy in the middle of the formation. He's our priority target. If we knock him out, the other guys don't know what to do with themselves. And they just fly around till they explode. I watched the pilot of Tech War back in the day. I think I've only ever seen like maybe one other episode. Oh, the book was controversial, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was the book that William yeah, okay. So the other thing I always remember was there was an episode of The Simpsons. They were sort of complaining that the school library only had books that the other schools banned. And he was like, now, the children need to learn about tech war sooner or later. So if we stand here, see now he's trying to go around me and he's getting stuck on the wall. This robot's on fire. What are you talking about? Hang on. I'll just look back earlier in the chat here. This reminds me of hockey-playing foe who lobbed explosive pucks at the protagonist. Yeah, we're just having a chat about science fiction. That's what it looks like from the chat log here. No, I think I missed the joke. And they say it's the electric airplane, whoosh, overhead. Or flying clean overhead, that makes more sense. And there goes Right Mood with the sea puns. Well, sitting here trying to enjoy a game, and he's out there cracking wise. Oops. What did that do? Did that do anything? Okay, never mind. maybe could you stop chasing the robots so that we might lure them over here a little bit? So that we're not directly in the path of those security lasers? You're right, Mood. I'd like to thank you for giving me the definition of the word many. It means a lot. Did you hear the one about the guy who started a boat building company in his attic? The sales are going through the roof. I should have looked into the camera instead of at the text while I was delivering that joke. It would have looked better this way. Alrighty, so this takes us to the next section. But since we're probably not going to have enough time to do 2 missions this week, and there's really only that one other room that needs searching. Though I have another key card, so there's going to be more than one other room. A room will sometimes need 2 keys, but usually not 3. Or if it does, we'll probably find another one. But... now we're just mostly just taking a detour to try and get some more loot and some more experience points. I'm still not tired of getting those loot boxes in every room. Let's see. 2 diagrams. Oh, right. There's an idea. Hey, there is a room that needs 3 keys. But... or no, that's... wait, no, I'm just misreading the map. This door will unlock once we kill all the enemies. The other door needs 2 keys. So... try to focus our efforts here on the yellow guy. Orange, yellow. Sound got a little crispy while we were doing that. There might have been... Were there boxes there? It doesn't matter, we can come back on... No, it's okay. No loot left behind! No loot left behind! Okay, now I got our other key card. I've consumed a beverage that may be good and may be bad. Feed some items to the mag. Gives us a fairly small but very welcome boost to our accuracy. And so that's all the rooms in this section. I gotta figure out how to get back to the conjoining area. Excuse me? Nice full heal. Okay. Design of that outfit is a little questionable in the back there. What is this place? Seems less a cast graveyard than a junk pile. I'm sorry, Ogi. Here, I'll try to reach Anna. Hello? Anna? Can you hear me? And clear, Sarissa. Have you reached the destination then? Yes, we're here. What is this place? I'm sorry about this, Ogi. I know this can't be a pleasant sight for you. This is the final resting place for the casts that inhabited the lunar colony before Mother Trinity wiped them out. Yeah, this is what happens to you when you get fired from Disneyland. See. Are you okay, Ogi? Oh, fine. I'm perfectly fine. Anna, I'll just search around for a suitable body and collect the data we need. Is that acceptable? I can save you that trouble, actually. We've already found a body. At the back, to the right. You'll find a heap of bodies stacked up. Check the one on top. I understand. Ah, this one. Will you help me, Leela? Remove my head, just the same as before. Okay, stand back a moment. Ogi? Sorry for the wait. I'm done. The fusion ended successfully. He's not going to talk like a cowboy this time. Pretty decent transformation sequence. It seemed a little different compared to last time. You sure you're alright? Oh yes, quite. This body is actually a well-suited match. I will admit to getting a bit excited, but that was more or less normal for a cast. That was a bit excited? Well, yes. Your reaction is understandable, but I would urge you not to thrust your own rigid, subjective views upon others. Please be a little flexible. And now I get a lecture. I am so confused. I'm sure I have you beat there. So many memories. They're all crashing in on me, flooding my mind with words and images. No atrocities is what I'm seeing. It's almost unbearable. Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine now. The vertigo is subsiding, the initial shock has died down, but none of that matters now. There is much I need to tell you. What do you mean? Our lost history. Once he realized mankind would lose to Mother Trinity, this body's owner committed all he knew to sub-memory. His last hope was that a cast like me would come and find it. So what did you find out? Did he really record everything? Oh yes, everything. And I'll tell you all I know. I just asked for a little time. It's so much data to process. I need a while to sort through it and make sense of it all. In the meantime, let's do what we came here for. We can talk after that. Didn't we come here to find you a new body? That was just a stop along the way. We're here to destroy the neutrino furnace. Then you found its location? Yes, amid all the chaos, that one bit came through loud and clear. It's walkable distance from here. I suspect this body's former owner planned to destroy the furnace as well. No offense to him, but we can't have our attempt end up like his. Come back to the hideout and prepare first. We can't afford that time, and the more people we involve, the easier it will be to spot. It'll be easiest for us to take care of this ourselves. That also gives me the chance to avenge these casts. I get it. I don't really feel right sending you all off to do my dirty work for me. This is everyone's task. Someone has to stop Mother Trinity. The sooner the better. You're right, of course. Thank you, and good luck. Oh crap, this guy. I was waiting to tell you about this guy. So this guy has a few super rude attacks, but the big one, the really dangerous one, is he has a missile that explodes, does really high damage, and also inflicts burn on whoever it hits. Luckily, he won't do it if you stay close to him. It's a long-range attack only, and so... Now the problem with that, of course, is if there are two of them in the same room, then you need to stay close to both of them at the same time. And basically this area cannot be done solo, for that reason. Neuron networks and fuzzy logic system installed. Let this work unite the three races. For as much as I make fun of these other two characters, one of the big advantages that they confer is that they do split the attention of a lot of the sort of mobs. Because if you hit two of those enemies at the same time, they will just head off to opposite corners of the room, and then you can't stay on top of them both at the same time. So for the rest of this mission, instead of being in that nice, big, opulent sort of region, we're now in, looks more like a, service state region, or like, kind of back rooms, maintenance areas. There you go. Might need to go straight for the boss door this time, instead of holding out for more loot. Wait, hold on. Did I also have an ace guard? Why am I not using that? There we go. Ooh, the slowdown. Too slow. neat. Be sure to send me a link if you need when they go up. Okay, that's as much as I can upgrade that weapon. Okay, let's have a look at the map. So there is another door we could go through. What time is it? General and support system drivers activated. Kudos to casts for their precise work. Got about a half hour. I don't think it's going to take a half hour to bring... Nah, I'm going for it. Oh? That's odd. I lost contact with Anna. This place is full of interference. It's a byproduct of the furnace. I suspect that's blocking the signal. Does that mean we're here? Yes, this is the neutrino furnace, once built by mankind's hand to fuel its expansion here on the moon. Ironically, it became Mother Trinity's greatest asset, and ultimately sealed her victory against us. But that ends now. Let's tear this place apart. My, so violent. I would surely prefer that you didn't, my little surface guests. What's that voice? I had assumed I required no introduction. I am Mother Trinity, High Queen of the Moon. What? I never expected our hostess to come greet us in person. Oh, how droll. Me, come to greet you in person? What reason should I have to lift a finger for a rundown cast of failed Newman and some human scum? Consider it unwarranted honor enough that I should deign to watch you get erased from existence. And with that, I leave you to my dear loyal Reeve. You all truly are as vexing as vermin, sneaking into the strangest of places. Reeve! How you ever made it back here is a mystery to me, but one quite moot in a few moments. Reeve, please wait, listen to me. Did you know it was Mother Trinity that slaughtered our ancestors and destroyed the world below? Yeah, I'm sure this is all gonna get right through to him, I'm sure of it. Did you learn nothing here? How can you allow the humans to play you for a fool so easily? It was they who put our beautiful home to ruin. It was they who exiled the Newmans and felled the castes. That may be what we were taught to believe, but by whom? Reeve, she deceived us. She used us. All three races worked together to fight her as one. Mother Trinity is an enemy to all mankind. And Gamera is a friend to all children. And when she was cornered, she committed horrible atrocities and made her escape to the moon. She nearly ended all life on the surface, Reeve. The ruin of the surface was the result of her genocide. Nonsense! Are you blind? Have you seen nothing of the world around you? What? You must have seen a fair bit of the world as you raided the ruin sites. You can't have learned nothing. Among the devices you destroyed, did you find a single weapon capable of destroying the entire planet? Listen. Shut your damn mouth and listen. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. Mother Trinity is an organic computer constructed as a part of a joint effort of all three races. What? Then it's true? Yes, but one day she turned on us. That marked the start of a bitter war that ultimately left the world in tatters. Reeve, you have your orders. Why do you stay your hand? Don't tell me the mutterings of these misguided maggots has swayed you. You're safe for now, Reeve. Mother Trinity still has a use for you. You're valuable to her. But what happens the minute she loses interest in the services you offer her? You will be cast aside in a heartbeat. He's right. It's not too late, Reeve. We can still use your help. These lunatics cannot be allowed to spew their lies any longer. Eradicate them immediately, Reeve. That is precisely why I have given you your new powers. Of course, leave them to me. You have to be questioning her by this point. Silence, I do not wish to hear any more of your rantings. I'm going to kill you now. I'm going to kill you now. Okay, finally. So, the first time we fought Reeve, he was annoying but not overly dangerous. This time, he's not as annoying. But boy howdy, he's dangerous. You really gotta watch this guy. He's gonna fire... Now that red beam that he just shot, if that hits you, not only does it deal a decent chunk of damage, but it'll also inflict slow. And then while you're slowed and can't move fast enough, he whips out a giant sword and does a devastating attack that can probably one-shot us in our current state. Luckily, however, the main trick to this guy is, much like any Dark Souls boss, the safest place to be is directly underneath his crotch. And he also telegraphs his attacks pretty clearly, so with a little caution, we can stay a step ahead of him. He is going to hit very hard and be one of the tougher bosses. There, you see that big purple sword? I should probably heal Sarissa. I hesitated, she's dead. Yeah, the red beam slows you down and the white beam freezes you, so either way he reduces mobility just enough that he can deal his sort of devastating attack. Also, another fun detail is that if you look over here at Ogi's character model, it reflects the fact that he got his body replaced. Just a fun little detail. It's funny, he didn't split up very often during my test playthrough. I mostly forgot about that attack. And down he goes. That's not... It's not possible! Why? Why? How can these maggots possess such strength? It's just not possible. Reeve. Mother Trinity, please give me one more chance. Just one more, and I swear to you... That won't be necessary, my child. Mother? I had thought you belonged to a special class of Newmans. That you were gifted. But to see you betray my expectations not once but twice, you obviously wish for me to reconsider my opinion. Mother, no, you're wrong. I'll prove it to you. You just give me one more chance and I'll show... I fault myself for underestimating the capabilities of this garbage. My plans end with Reeve's defeat. There's nothing else I can do to bar you from doing as you will to that furnace. What? You can't mean that unless... Wait. Is there another... It pleases me to see you exhibit some signs of intelligence. Yes, as a human facility, that furnace was vulnerable. Naturally, I took it upon myself to construct a second, far more heavily protected neutrino furnace. A duplicate facility of this size and complexity would be quite easy, really. Do you remember that I had 200 years to prepare? I should thank you for giving this tired facility a rest after 2 centuries of hard work for my purposes. What? But then... You sent me to fight for a reactor you didn't even care about? Seriously, Reeve? That's the last straw for you? I never said that I did not care. Even redundant, it remains one of only 2 invaluable neutrino furnaces. Something truly worthless to me would repeat failure after failure while still presuming to question my wisdom. But and allow me to share with you all one more amusing fact. The moment you used the teleporter to enter this heavily monitored area, I was alerted to the Resistance's location. What? No! I had planned to erase the lot of you, but I suppose given your performance, I just might reconsider. On the condition that you leave and never show your faces here again, of course. Regardless of your choice, your lives will end in the blink of an eye by my reckoning. It makes no difference to me. You used me. How could you? We need to get back to Anna, now! I know. We need to at least put this facility out of commission first. There, that should have cut the supply of energy. Jesus, what'd you do? Pull the plug? Now, let's hurry back to Anna. Okay, just 1 second. So what now, Reeve? Where will you go? Leave me in peace. It's no concern of yours what becomes of me now. That's not true, Reeve. You're a person, just like any of us. We're all in this together. I won't ask you to come with us, but if all of this has convinced you even a little of Mother Trinity's true nature, maybe we can all work towards the same goal. It's not too late. I'm returning. There's something I need to check. But you can't! It's too dangerous alone! This is my fight. It has nothing to do with you. Let him go, Sarissa. We have no right to stop him. Alright, just be careful, please. Oh, and here. What is this, a map? That's the Resistance hideout. If anything happens, head there. They can help you. Sarissa, are you sure it's wise to give him that kind of information? Dude, the bad lady already has it! Mother Trinity already knows where it is. Plus, I believe in Reeve. He's too smart not to see the truth. Well, that makes one of us. It's a miracle you've survived that long with this naivete. He's gone. Thanks for waiting, Ogi. Now let's hurry back to warn Anna. Anna, one or the other. Photon drop, Soul Atomizer. Wow. Pretty lame haul for a tough boss. I got another 20 minutes, and some more story to get through. And then we'll maybe just putter around in a side quest for a little bit, just like kind of show them off. Leela, Sarissa, Ogi, I'm glad you're all right. I was getting worried. The radio stopped working and I thought that maybe... But looking at Ogi, I'd say you did good. Yes, we're all fine. I wish the same could be said for this place, though. Yeah, she finally found us. I knew this day would come, I just didn't know when. I'm sorry, it was our fault. She managed to pinpoint this location when we teleported out. Of course. I should have known she'd set some sort of trap for us. But don't blame yourselves, this is nothing we didn't expect. Especially dealing with a schemer like Mother Trinity. You really don't seem that upset. I've been preparing myself for this from the beginning. Today was the day, that's all. It just means today has to be Mother Trinity's last day, too. So tell me what you know, Ogi. What is Mother Trinity, really? Of course, I'll tell you everything I've learned. The organic computer known as Mother Trinity was born as the crystallization of mankind's knowledge, as you suspected. So people really built the thing that ended up destroying them. If you lived here, that wouldn't be too much of a surprise, lady. Needless to say, that was not the purpose for which she was intended. She was built to assist mankind. No one knows what caused her to turn on her makers. Before that point, she worked for the betterment of all. Somewhere along the line, that changed. And when it did, it changed quickly. That much is clear from the very fact that I found no answer as to why she went berserk. It was too quick to tell. Naturally, mankind fought back. Together, the three races forced her to retreat to the moon. Here, she chose to unveil her ace in the hole, a grim trinity of atrocious weapons. One to destroy the environment and the organisms, one to halt all electronic and mechanical devices, and ultimately one to destroy all matter, the photon eraser. In the blink of an eye, mankind was on the brink of extinction and the surface was an uninhabitable wasteland. Even today, 200 years later, the pocks and scars left by the photon eraser are clearly visible on the planet's surface. The memories of this body's past owner corroborate everything that you'd found. in a sobering first-hand account. Mother Trinity destroyed our world. And that's who we're up against now. Someone with the power to do all that. Hey, Alpha! So the veil of secrecy and pomp and rituals is lifted. And this is the face of my mistress? Who's there? Reeve! She's sent her dogs after us already. Oh, don't be so jumpy. I've no interest in fighting you at this point. I've been cast aside. Thrown away. No, even that is too grand. I was never special to begin with. All Newmans were pawns from the start. Disposable. So why are you here then, Reeve? To deliver a warning. Fighting Mother Trinity is absolute suicide under these conditions. There is no hope. She still has a working furnace. You don't know its location, nor do you have the means to destroy it. This is a force capable of destroying an entire world. 4 or 5 overeager mortals like specks of dust to her. You must understand the impossibility of defeating her. And we've overcome so much as a team. You're a lost cause if you can't see the facts of the situation and get out while you can. Or maybe it's that improbable hope that let you best me. Maybe so. You, Resistance Woman, take this. A memory unit? It's on it. The location of the other furnace, and a map of the robot sentinel's routes. Take your men there and destroy it. While you do that, I'll try my luck with Mother Trinity. And I know this isn't a trap, because your doubt is understandable, but we don't have time to argue the point. You'll fight with us then, Reeve? Don't mistake my intentions. I simply have a score to settle. She used me, then cast me away. Used all of us, blinded by her web of lies. She'll be made to pay for it. At the cost of my life, if necessary. Oh boy, we got another one of those. Yes, it would be suicide to go alone. Come with us, Reeve. I've no desire to fraternize. This is my problem. I'll resolve it myself. You're impossible. Just because you're fighting for your own reasons doesn't mean your friends can't help. Friends? You came here to help us. Now let us help you. That's what it means to be friends with someone, Reeve. You lot really are unbelievably soft. Yes, keep talking. Just do it while we walk. We have a job to do. Mother Trinity has taken more than words can express from the cast. I'll make sure she takes a good deal more from me. Do as you please, just don't get in my way. Alright, if that's the plan, I'll head out on my own little endgame mission. We'll take all the weapons we can carry and leave the rest to burn. We'll move for the furnace right away. Leela, Sarissa, Ogi, Reeve, I leave Mother Trinity to you. You can count on us. Yep, that's apparently all it took. And here's the Dark Shrine. We only have 10 minutes, so we'll just run through a couple rooms in here and then bail. Weapon element ratios. A weapon with a high photon type ratio is effective against hostiles of that type. Thanks, but that's actually not very helpful. And so, this is the final area. We will be fighting Mother Trinity, presumably next week. And Is he? And yep, Red Shoulders is there with us now. Well, the sound is really taking a beating in this area. Now these enemies are decently tough, but compared to the ones we fought in the last section, they're actually not too bad as far as like just attack patterns goes. We do have a nice, pretty freaky visual style. The audio typically doesn't do this on the DS. You will get a little slowdown. Like, even on original hardware, like, it's... This is sort of working the system pretty good. But, like, the choppy audio, I don't remember that happening on original hardware. Keep in mind, I'm running like 3 different programs right now, so... If I wasn't streaming, there wouldn't be any slow... Well, there would still be slowdown, but it wouldn't be anywhere near like what it is. Is there such thing as a light Chrome tab? Because truthfully, I like Chrome. And it gets the job done real well for me. But yeah, boy. Quite the hog. Maybe a little better? Like I said, the resource hogging is really the only real problem I've ever had with Chrome. I occasionally have to, like if I'm watching a lot of streams, I'll have to kind of shut it down and relaunch it well, not a couple times, once a week maybe. Star Atomizer. Anyway, I'm gonna hit up the telepipe and we're gonna hop back down over here. And I'm just going to spend a little bit of time here, just some general cleaning up. I can't feed him anything else, so I'm just going to sell some more of my stuff here. That stuff's... can be sold at shops. Just completely forgot. Those are about 3 mono grinders. I can't do anything with them, so go ahead. Yeah, I don't really know the tech side, Alpha. For me, a browser either works or doesn't work. Warm weather, can't complain. Can't use the die grinders on anything. We do have some photon drops we can spend. HP, Power, Swift, Mind. I'm gonna go Mind just because I've been neglecting Pet the cat. And at this point, I say we save our game. 7:21. Coming up on the final boss. It's not a bad clear time. Yeah. Right on, right on. So, now let's just have a quick look here, see if our good buddy Greg Seward is streaming. Yes, he is. So, anyway, thank you guys for coming over, hanging out with me, sharing some jokey jokes back and forth. And from the looks of things, I think we're going to finish this up next week. This is, and I sort of have a game in mind for next time. And, might change my mind, but I have a pretty good idea what game we're going to be doing next. I'm repeating myself now. But, anyways, I'm getting ready to raid Greg, so, oh, I will definitely play Zoop at some point. That's very much in my purview. But yeah, so for everyone who's going to go hang out with Greg Seward over and watch some Shining Force, do enjoy me some Shining Force. I'll see you there. Thanks and later.